Hello everybody, I am Meenakshi Dubey from Kotak Mutual Funds. Today we are going to talk on a new module which is known as New Normal. Before I start with my presentation, let me tell you what are we going to have in this new normal. So basically here we have prepared a series of short modules that we will be releasing each week one by one. The specified date and time will be communicated to you, and every week we will be launching a short module which will be of approximately 10 to 15 minutes. At the end of this session, I'll tell you what are the topics that we will be covering in this short series. So let us start with the first module, which is known as the new normal. So why did we selected this module which is known as the new normal? Looking at the crisis, we all need to adapt so many new things in life which will help us in fighting against this crisis and coming out of it as soon as possible. So, the new normal. We all know that the future is not what it used to be. So, here we are trying to put thoughts on the shape of new normal. The current crisis is a world changing event, and by now we all are aware of this. We all are aware of whatever things are happening around us, be it city, your state, your country. But the trouble with our time is that the future is not what it used to be. The future has changed. Everything around has changed, right? So, what are the things that we need to do this? Definitely, at a higher level, global restructuring is required because dealing with current crisis and in after effects could be the most crucial of our times. What are we require for what do we require for this is an imminent restructuring of the economic order. Restructuring in today's time is going to happen at all the levels, at all the businesses, in all the professions, in the entire economy. Survival quotient. This is today's very important question is what is the survival? How are people looking at their survival? For few, near-term survival is the only agenda. For them, it is like one day at a time. Whereas few are peering through the fog of uncertainty, very much unsure of what is going to happen in next 10 days or next 15 days. But there is a lot of population which is fighting to position themselves in the new market, and I am sure we all are amongst them. One big question that we all have for today is, are you ready for the new normal? I am sure we have no options rather than getting ready for the new normal. So what are the changes that are going to happen in this new normal? The most important change is the meeting places, is our workplaces, our offices, our investors, everything is going to be new. Business today has moved from personal meeting to digital meeting. I am sure since last 4 months it would have been very difficult for us to go and personally meet the investor. But does that mean that we have stopped communicating with our investor? No. Now we have to meet them on the digital platform. As I said, today there are no client visits or office visits. Even if you are willing to meet, not only today, in next 1 month also, if you wish to go and see the investor, meet him, he will definitely not be very happy to meet you in person. Meeting, transactions, deals, everything has gone online today, which in turn is somewhere taking away the load of various other factors. All my relationship and business building rapport has to be done with the investor without even getting to meet him. So the question is, will my old approach work? Well, we all are aware of the answer, and it is no. Let us see what is the difference between the past and today. In past, this is how I used to meet my investor. I used to meet him personally. But today, I am forced to meet my customer on a digital platform. But what I'm happy about is at least the technology has given us a platform wherein I cannot personally meet the investor, but I can definitely virtually meet the investor. Till some time ago, thinking of handling your investor without meeting him personally was completely out of question. But today, the situation has changed completely. And I hope you all agree with me on this. Let us see what should be our focus points. Importantly, why do we have to adapt to the new normal? It is because that I need to assure that my business is growing, and that is only possible where I keep a continuous connect with my investor. Connect, I mean not only at professional level but also at the personal level. My business will keep growing only when my investor can see his money growing. And if he see his money growing, investor will remain invested with me for a longer tenure. The new normal tells us about the new approach, which is known as the virtual approach. Let us see the new world of business. It is becoming possible to imagine a new world of business. The world of business is moving away from personal meeting to meeting the customer on a digital platform. Currently, definitely the human contact is minimized, but it is not eliminated. Hopefully, soon we will see the time wherein our business is again running more on a personal platform. Every situation makes us or gives us an opportunity to look at the brighter side. Every situation in life teaches us something. Just imagine few months ago there were a huge population of the market or the industry which were not ready to adapt to the digital platform. But what has happened today is we all are forced to bring our business on the digital platform. Not only we, the individuals, but communities, big business, and even governments are learning new ways to connect. If we have to say, IFA business is also finding faster ways both in terms of saving money and time. Efficiency has improved with getting more number of hours in a day. Earlier, though we used to work for 9 hours, but out of that 9 hours, approximately 2 to 3 hours used to spend in traveling, especially if you belong to a metro city. But now what is happening is there are two things. First, the working hours has increased. It has gone up from 8-9 hours to 10 to 12 hours. Plus also the efficiency has improved a lot. It is also easier now to involve the next generation into your current business. Why is this possible? This is possible because as now since we all are working from home, the next generation is having a constant look of how their parents are working. It has now become easy for them to understand the line of business without giving up their studies or visiting to the office. In fact, they can definitely be a helping hand for you in today's time. We all know that today in-person conferences have gone virtual. Everybody is working remotely. It is not only we, but even our investor is working remotely. This gives him enough time to understand the importance of the investment strategies that you are offering him and come out with the best decision. Well, is this an opportunity? Definitely yes. These changes could make for better management, more flexible work and income forces. Point is, how do you adapt to this situation? The nature has forced a change onto us. It is on us that we take this change as a good chance and work towards it. If we are working constantly and adapting new methods, new technologies, definitely this change will give us very good opportunities in life. Nurturing the next normal will be better than what is replaced. It is very important for all of us to visualize what and how our business will be in future. It is also time for us to critically look at our business and reconstruct for the future. For an example, let's say you have set a target for yourself that in next 4 years I want my AUM to be at this level. But looking at the current crisis, you think it is possible? Now here there are two options. Either you just postpone or you extend the term. That is, you say, now I am going to still achieve the same AUM but not in 4 years. Instead of 4 years, I will do it in 5 or 6 years. Or the second approach is you say, I still keep the target same, I still keep the deadline same. What I have to do is I have to work more hard. I have to adapt to the new technologies as soon as possible. I have to look at the various investment options that I can suggest to my investor in the current crisis. This is only possible when, along with adapting new technologies, I keep upgrading myself on the part of product knowledge, market knowledge, and very importantly at this point of time is the process knowledge. One needs to think, how can I bring business on the table without meeting the client? We all need a paradigm shift at this point of time. We all need to adapt this shift. Sooner the better. There are so many companies today who are offering almost 70% of their employees to work from home as they have seen that the efficiency and output has gone extremely well. There are companies who are actually increasing the salaries of the employees to keep the morale up. So there are so many things that everybody is doing. At this point of time, what is important for us is to understand the commitment status of the investor. If he has stopped his SIP for some time, that doesn't mean that we have lost the investor. Always keep in mind in this crisis situation, if you are there to support your investors in his decisions, he will be there invested with you throughout the life. The point here is, what are we bringing for you on the table? Let us see the way forward for these modules. As I said, it is a series of short modules, approximately 10 to 15 minutes each, and we will be talking about various aspects that can make sure that in spite of the current crisis, your business and your relationship with the investor doesn't get impacted. That will help you in visualizing or creating a new business model in which cost will go down and in turn will give you opportunities to use the resources in creating new businesses. The topic that we will be covering in our short videos will be maximizing digital connections through various levels of connect, how to handle the emotions of the investor depending upon the markets, why no hard selling at this time, why it is important for an investor to create wealth along with his business, effects of cash flow on various categories, importance of contingency money, status of investment commitment, redemption, the grid format. We are going to present you a grid format. How an IFA can accelerate while leveraging his contacts. Ways of connecting with investors beyond business. Why is it important to stay visible and be the only point of contact for your investors? Need creation for various products and how to accelerate on cross-selling. As I said earlier, every week we will be presenting a short module for you. Before I end this, the only thing that we can say is fate does not make things easy, it just makes them possible. So let us keep calm. It is the new normal. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.